It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And in the spotlight is Khalil Herbert. He was steady for him on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Bears and the Broncos, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Broncos. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd? They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Velus Jones now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here come the Bears to take over on offense behind their third-year quarterback, former Ohio State Buckeye Justin Fields.
It's hard to be frustrated when you throw for nearly 400 yards, but I know he wanted to break that barrier. I think he got the pain eased a little bit when they named him NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, when you get the award, you know you have the best week in the conference, you'll let it slide. But, hey, that number well within his range. You know he's got the arm to do it in this one. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23 carries, 122 yardage-wise, and a score as well.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Back to throw. Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Bears at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Fields going to get that out wide to Mooney.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Cole Kmet, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
But you look at this Bronco defense.
They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll or chip away their timing. They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, He's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 15 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
First down, Broncos.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. Shoves him aside, and he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
That's what we were hoping to see out of Williams last season before a torn ACL 4 weeks in ruined expectations that he could join the top tier of NFL running backs. That type of upside remains, though, and Denver certainly prepared to help him unlock it as he returns to full strength.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Looking to throw on 2nd down, Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
He is out of bounds right around the 34. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Fields now to throw. Finding space at the 40.
As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Here's Fields. Completion here to Claypool.
And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Here's Fields. That pass complete to Moore.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, that's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
On first down, it's Fields. Open man, he finds Kamara. Touchdown, Chicago.
A great play there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up.
And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control of that. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
You look at this Bears defense.
Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the number 1 overall offense in the league.
27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
This defense for the Bears, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they're looking at a second down and 9 to go. There's Wilson to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
On third down, Wilson.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Gano's kick is good, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. We switch the attention now to Khalil Herbert as this offense comes out for their next drive.
First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Fields. He'll fire deep, looking for more.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Jones on the return. 39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory.
The Bears offense ready to get going again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
2nd down and 6 now. Now it's Fields. Throws the out route and finds Claypool.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Hand off right side for Herbert.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw is Fields. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first.
Not a great season for the Bears passing game, which ranked last in the league. But very solid year by Kmet. Established himself as a dependable target at tight end and led Chicago in yards and touchdowns.
Herbert powering up the middle.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Anthony Brown there on the tackle.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
They snap it to Fields.
And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Fields throw complete there to Moore.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Bears on the move. They've got another.
Sean Payton not liking that last call. He's going to go ahead and challenge it.
Is under review.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Here's a give to Herbert. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Here we go, son.
2nd down and 8. Now Fields.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
Picked off by Kareem Jackson. Takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Gano for the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Now Jones.
Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Chicago offense set to get started.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go and try to put some pressure on the defense.
Give them 32 on the play.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
A handoff for Herbert.
Here we go, son. Right.
Off play action. Fields.
And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I did. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length, Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, Ken.
Johnson. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
Justin Fields.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Bears are able to cut into this lead. Seconds in the first half. So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's a potential for things to change even more because, remember, they get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So they can potentially double up here and take the lead. A great opportunity for them.
Fields trying to throw for it.
Sliding out of the pocket. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. So we come upon halftime with a visiting Bronco.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to
nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Alex Singleton making the play defensively.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Right.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now it's Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
What's the deal, y'all?
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now it's 3rd and 3.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Gano's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So quickly all the way up.
Back to throw. Fields.
Flushed out right. He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
A give left side here for Herbert.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The 17-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Go.
Back to throw. Fields. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, well, sometimes they ask it for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Here we go.
They'll run here with Herbert.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Khalil Herbert, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears have come back to make it a 2-point game.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. And a little element there of chasing points, because that's the 2nd time they've had a failed 2-point conversion. Now they're down 2.
Yeah, you don't kick it the first time, and now you feel like you're in a position where you have to go for 2 in this spot. The chasing points, hard to catch up. That's why a lot of coaches make it a hard, fast rule. Don't go for 2 unless you absolutely have to.
Denver's offense ready to go again.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. DeMarcus Walker. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. This will line up a loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Here's Jones. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Bears take over.
We switch the attention now to Khalil Herbert as this offense comes out for their next drive.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Fields now to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run here with Herbert. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. Alex Singleton, the linebacker, there on the tackle.
We have played 3 quarters. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Here's Fields. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say that was a game-saving play.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
4th down. Fields has to have this one. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Broncos are going to take over here up near the 40.
I'll tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Throwing is Wilson. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
60 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
Marvin Mims,
his 1st NFL reception, goes for 6.
And the Broncos will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
But now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
All start. Offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Here we go.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Fields. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Now it's Fields.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
A shotgun snap, Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 43.
Again, Fields. And again, back to Kmet.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication.
Touchdown! Tyler Scott with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
This time, the extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score. But bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll find Sutton on the right side complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a 3rd down throw that misses the target, incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having powerful arm isn't the #1 thing to look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Here's Jones on the return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. DJ Moore headed back out as the Bears take over on possession.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on. If he finds ways downfield and finds openings, that's a really crafty receiver.
Randy Gregory, former Cowboy, there on the tackle. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Fields. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. Johnson running left. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
That play reminds you that the rich got richer as the league's best rushing offense. Added Johnson in the draft. Spent his college career in the shadow of teammate Bijan Robinson in Texas, which hid the fact that Johnson is quite capable of shouldering an offense.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
DJ Jones, former 49er, there on the stop. Now 2nd and 9.
At the Broncos' 12-yard line.
To throw is Fields.
Flush to his right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Justin Fields.
A 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Bears have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
And talk about built to run the football. Whether you're calling it on design running plays or hit breaking out into the open field after trying to pass the football, Justin Fields knows where the end zone is. 8 rushing touchdowns last season. Only Jalen Hurts had more.
You know, can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And he returns this to the 22. So here is Wilson and the Broncos.
Down 31-27, 2:18 on the clock. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Ooh, I like it.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Wilson to throw.
Caught by Dosage.
I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big game.
Here comes 2nd down at 5.
Here's Wilson. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough. And these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
He'll get this one to Patrick. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 37. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
Now Wilson. Into the hands of Patrick left side. And so close, he gets gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Now that is the 2-minute drill at its very best. Get the completion, get a big chunk of yardage, and then get out of bounds to save those timeouts.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Javonte Williams
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
Gano the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So the focus now shifts to the Bears, trailing by a field goal. 1:08 to go. Now they need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10.
Out, let's go.
Back to throw. Fields. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Now Fields.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So now it may look bleak, but this one not over. They do have all 3 timeouts.
Even at this point on the field, where it looks like, you're really backed up, hold them to a field goal. That's the mantra right now. You hold them to a field goal, you still got a chance to take care of business on the other end. But you're right, the 3 timeouts are going to be key. How well they use them to preserve clock as well as stopping them, that's the key to giving them a chance to win.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now carry number 20 in the game. Here's Williams. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Gano's kick is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After knocking through a field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Now Jones.
Jones now on the return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started.
And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they need a touchdown, and here they're saying, we're not going to get it 10 yards at a time. They felt they needed to take a shot there to at least get them across the 50, but that one falls incomplete.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you were at the point where you had to take the shot no matter the down. Now it's fourth down coming up, but that may turn out to be irrelevant with how little time is remaining.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. Fourth down. Fields has to have this one. He's got Mooney. And they will get the conversion on fourth down to stay alive, but time not an ally. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until